I guess this is part 2 of pulling my car apart. So as you would have seen in the last video, the car's blown a head gasket. It's currently parked out the front of where I live. So I live in a complex, so we had to push it off my driveway, down right out to the front of the complex. Otherwise we can't actually get it on a trailer. So we've pushed it right at the front, which was a pain in the bum, but we got it done. We're now on our way to James's place. That's James McMahon. He has the red Subaru you would have seen a few times. So gonna go pick the trailer up off him, come back home, put the car on the trailer, and go back to his house again. And we're gonna be using his shed / hoist for the job, because I need to get a few things undone from up on the hoist, and it's a lot easier to be able to leave the car at a shed / garage. There's a few restrictions with my workshop, which means I can't have cars there after certain times. It's mainly to do with working and noise restrictions. So yeah, massive thanks to Greg and James and the whole family for letting me use their garage. It's yeah, super cool. And it is my birthday today, so that's kind of cool, but I'm gonna be spending all day pulling my car apart, and then we've got Slideways tonight with James Nolan, Zach Baldy, a heap of the other boys, which is gonna be super exciting. So looking forward to that. But yeah, we're gonna head there now. We'll get the trailer and we'll see you guys then. Alrighty, so we're back on the road now. We've got the trailer on the back. Just went and grabbed it from James's place. So we're gonna go get the 34, which is still parked out on the street, load all that up, tow it back, get up on the hoist and start ripping the gearbox out of it, pull tail shaft off, all that kind of stuff, just so that's all sorted. Once we've got that done, pretty much drop it back down on the ground and get the rest of the stuff from the top of the motor and rip it out. We're hoping to have it out before about 2 o'clock today. It's currently, God, it's not gonna happen. It's currently 1:45, so it gives us about 40 minutes once we get back pretty much to get it stripped out. So that won't happen. We'll probably be back tomorrow just to pull the rest of the motor down. Oh, cool cars. Just talking about those. Anyways, back to stuff. Yeah, hopefully we'll get at least the gearbox out today. That's what I want to get done by the end of today. Get the gearbox out, because I don't want to be rushing around this afternoon trying to organise dinner and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll see you guys once we're loading the car on.
That's good.
That's good, still goes. Oh!
Stop! Far out, mate. Yes, we're good. This guy doesn't know how to drive a trailer.
He doesn't know how to drive a car. Oh, thanks.
So we've now got the car on the back all loaded up, as you would have just seen in that quick time lapse. So we're on our way back to the shed now, going to get the car off the trailer, and from there we're pretty much just going to park it up and leave it for today, just because we need to go get dinner ready. We've got a heap of people coming over for my birthday, and then we're heading to Slideways again, so there'll be another video on that which will probably come a day or two after you're seeing this one. But yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks mate. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today, and we'll pick up again tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to start by stripping the gearbox out. I've just drained all the oil out of it. I'm going to pull the gearbox out, tail shaft, exhaust, all of that stuff, and then pull the engine out to the top. I'm going to get the head machined and get the block machined as well, just so it's all perfect, and then go kinetic, multi-layer gasket, ARP studs. So, don't know how much the process would be in film, but we'll try to get as much as possible. Hoping today to get everything all ready to go, get the block all stripped out, all that kind of stuff, but we'll see how we go for time. Fingers crossed it doesn't take too long. There's the exhaust off. Easy. So with that out of the way, I've got another 3 bolts to pull off on the dump, which I'll get from the top, and then that'll slide out of the way. So I'm going to pull the tail shaft out now, and then undo cross member for the gearbox, all the bolts on the bell housing of the starter, slide the gearbox out of the way, and then can crack on to getting the mounts out for the engine and pulling the motor right out. That's the gearbox out. Got all the other bits over there. Tail shaft exhaust. I'm going to pull the dump pipe off, undo the mounts, disconnect the loom, and then the motor should just pull up right out the top.
Should.
Yeah, it should. Alrighty, so we've pulled the power steering pump off the engine, and same with the AC compressor, just so we don't have to leak out any of the AC gas or leak out the power steering fluid. So I've pulled those right out of the way, dump pipes out of the way, all the looms disconnected, bonnets off, and we're just trying to find a spot. We're probably going to go off the mounts to pull the motor out. All the radiator and stuff's all out of the way as well. It's just getting the chain on, lifting up and tilting forward, and then we should all be good. Should be. It's been a pretty quick process actually, a lot quicker than a lot of other cars. And it's good knowing that I've done this before as well, and knowing where most of the stuff is, because there's a few little bits and pieces if it's your first time that you'll get stuck on, that you can't figure out why that's not moving or why that's not coming out. So yeah, we're going to get the chain on now, and hopefully everything is taken off, and then we're going to strip off exhaust manifold, intake manifold, pull the head off, strip out the block, pull all the accessories off it, and yeah, we'll take that off to get machined.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Good?
Yeah. It's just going to get better thing now. Got it? Coming with us. Just let it down. Safety.
Do you want me to go get that tyre that was used yesterday? Tom?
I mean,
It's just outside. Oh, it should.
This is going all underneath it as well.
Oh, I'll wait until the car's off the hoist.
We can take it off the hoist now though, can't we?
Yeah, could run it back on and then just roll it out.
Oh, Jordan's car.
So that is our complete intake down there off the motor. So that's all been completely removed down off this side. It's a bit more of a pain on the turbo motors. I've never pulled one off a turbo before. I've pulled them off the NAs, and because I don't have all this extra hosing and stuff for the water for the turbo, it's a lot easier to pull off. But it's pretty much all the bolts through there, as you can see, and then a couple of hoses here and there, and that just slides back out of the way. Next thing I'm going to do is go over to the hot side, pull the manifold off with the turbo, and this line's all, well, not connected, so that'll all slide back, and then pull the return off and the feed. That'll all come off nicely, and then that'll expose pretty much both sides of the motor. Then it's pretty much just pulling off brackets from there. I'll time it up, set the timing, just so I know where everything goes back together, pull the belt off, and pretty much strip everything else off. There's not a whole heap left to pull off on the motor. Obviously the rocker covers need to come off so I can pull the head. But no, it's actually coming along quite well. So I reckon another 2 or 3 hours and the motor will be fully stripped down, which will be awesome. And then yeah, I can chuck everything in the back of the car, take it to the machine shop tomorrow, get them to measure everything up and see what they can do for me. So I'm going to keep cracking on. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my tripod with me today, my proper one, so I can't mount the camera anywhere to do time-lapse stuff. So I'll just kind of update you here and there. For the first half of the video, there's a lot of stuff that you would have missed out on, but it's all just nitty-gritty stuff that you can't really see anyway. It's just we're trying to really focus on getting everything done today as quickly as we can, just so it's all ready to go, and then it's going to be a mad rush if parts show up on time. So that's why there's not as much footage as I usually like to do, but is what it is. If there's anything that you're trying to find out on your own motor, just send me a message or leave a comment or something like that, and I'll be sure to help you out. So yeah, I'm going to keep cracking on, and I'll see you guys once the manifold's off. Alrighty, so I've got the manifold and turbo all off now. I've pulled the one mount off this side, engine mount, so it's just the 4 bolts in there holding the bracket on. Going to be doing the same over this side. There's just a lot more going on. Still got to pull off a heap of coolers and hoses and crap like that. So that mount will come off. Then we've got this bracket here that all comes off as one piece, and then the power steering pump bracket, and then that'll pretty much be this whole side stripped. Obviously a little bracket up here for the breather hoses as well, and then the rock covers.
Valve covers.
It's getting there. Doing well. So it is, what time is it now?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Damn, it's hella light outside.
2:39.
2:39. So doing really, really well for time at the moment. Hopefully another 2 hours or so and we'll be completely stripped. Both sides of the motor are now completely stripped. Pulled everything off. Obviously got the rocker covers off as well. So everything is off. What we're going to be doing now, removing the timing belt, which is pretty much there as well. Pull the belt, and then we're going to pull the camshafts out so we can pull the head bolts out, pull the head, and then inspect the piston. Alright, so now I've got the timing belt off. What I'm going to do is pull this rear cover and lift both the cams up. So to get to the head studs, both cams need to be pulled out. So I'll be removing both of those and then can pull the head off and inspect the damage.
Straight off. Go.
Piston smashed to pieces.
Oh, the gasket's cracked. Yeah.
That's the bottom of the gasket, isn't it?
Yeah, but see there?
Yeah, that corner by the looks of things.
Here, look here. There's a hole here, I think.
Yeah.
There. So that would have been coming out of there.
Yeah, there you go, right there on the ring. Straight through there.
Oh.
That's only a composite gasket.
Yeah, it's only.
There you go, it's focused. Now move away. There you go.